Namaskaram, everyone. Namaste, sir. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste, Sangeeta.
Namaste. We are delighted to be here with our Guruji, Puduvai Kalaimamani, Yogacharya, Dr. Ananda, Balayogi, Bhavanani. And we're very excited to be presenting some upcoming programs in the science and art of Rishiculture Yantra. So, sir, would you like to begin this session with Gayatri and then illustrate what you're going to share with us? Thank you.
Om Tat Vidmahe Jnanalingeshwaraya Dhimahi Tanno Guruh Prachodayate Om Yoga Maharishi Dr. Swami Geetananda Giri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Puduvai Kalaimamani Puduvai Shakti Yogacharya Ammaji Meenakshi Devi Bhavanani Guru Mata Ki Jai. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. No, Sangeeta, I'm so looking forward to 2025 and January, where we start our deep diving into the beautiful art and science of Rishiculture Yantra teachings as given to us by Swamiji and his Guru Swami Kanakananda Bhrigu. I think this is going to be a wonderful learning process for so many of us, and I'm so happy you have put it together. So what do we have for people?
Well, sir, the pleasure is truly all ours, and thank you for, again, gracing us with these teachings. You have taught this class already, and people can, of course, find the courses that you already taught, because no course is exactly the same. So we also invite everybody who want to dive deeper to get in touch with me, and we can direct them on how to get this information from you. But this particular course is really important because it is, if I'm not wrong, the first time that you're actually going to share the Namadarshana with us online.
Absolutely. The previous courses only looked at the understanding of the cycles of karma and dharma, but we never went into the Nama Darshana, looking at the impact name has on manifestation, the Nama Rupa connection. So this will be the first time online I'm teaching it. So yes, it's going to be a good challenge for all of us.
Yes, thank you so much. So here we have the brochure that we're sending out. So for those of you who are seeing this video for the first time, you can find the information on how to get in touch with me in the description below. And so we have these really important teachings that Sir is sharing with us. The first part is, a dive into the impacts of number and their cycles in our individual life and in our relationships. And in the second part, as you can see, the first part is 9 sessions and the second part is 6 sessions. We will delve deeper into the science of Namadarshana, or the capacity to intentionally name reality. So participants will be attending all of the sessions. They can be attending them online, directly live, or through recordings. So the first answer to the many questions, what if I can't participate to all of the sessions live? There will be recordings in a private YouTube playlist, so it will be easy to access them. So we have over 50 hours of study content with you. So, sir, about these teachings, for the people who haven't studied this with you before, there's a disclaimer in our brochures, right? That this is not a fortune-telling, foretelling, prevision-telling course. It's more about a deep act of swadhyaya and study of the self. So without getting into the actual class, otherwise we will start the class right now. Why is this important, sir? Why do you find in your experience that this has changed your perception of your incarnation? How is Yantra so important, do you think, for people like me?
Well, Yantra has for me been the tool, and that is what Yantra is. It is a tool. And this tool enables us to understand where we are in relation to the universe. So it is not about finding a lucky name, a lucky number, and becoming rich and famous as so many want to be. But on the contrary, is understanding where we are, what we are to do, and what we are to be. So the whole emphasis of Yantra is an intrinsic internal journey rather than a materialistic external seeking. So we are on an introspective internal journey, which is deep swadhyaya. And through this, we start to understand the bits and pieces of our life better. So I often tell people, I cannot describe a life before and after yoga because my whole life has been yoga. But I can describe in this lifetime, before knowing Yantra and after knowing Yantra, there's a huge difference. Because suddenly I had this panoramic bird's eye, or rather satellite view of what my place in this world is and how to relate to the universe in which I live. So in short, I think Yantra enables us to know ourselves better, and by doing that, understand others better and start to have meaning and purpose in life.
Thank you, sir. I one more question I have for you, because it did change me very much, is the definition that in our parampara we have of the quality of numbers. Because most of us think of numbers as quantity, especially in the West. And so 1 is 1, 2 is 1 plus 1, and so on, right? So one may ask, how can a number define the quality of my life? But numbers have qualities, right? So may you just speak briefly about this qualitative aspect of numbers in Yantra?
Yeah, normally, we only think of numbers as quantitative measures. So there are 2 apples and there are 3 oranges. But even the number itself has an inherent power that is often missed when we only use it as a quantity. So the idea here is to see how 1 will always be a number that is going to be a pioneer, a leadership number, and stand out from the rest. Whereas, say, a number 6 is going to be a number that is well-rounded, is going to have a sense of responsibility and deal with the odds and the evens. Because, the 6 can go both ways. So what we start to realize is how the different numbers go together and how they don't go together. And this starts to refine our capacity to become more sensitive to the qualitative aspects of the universe. I think this is a very big learning that happens, because the number 4 is not just, the number of legs on a table, but becomes a number that is giving us the quality of stability. I think this is very important to have another dimensional perspective of what numbers are.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And that's probably why there are 4 legs in a chair, actually. Okay, perfect. So then going back to the shared document, so we can see that there are sessions with you, sir, on Thursdays. So these sessions were all going to happen on Thursdays. The dates are here. And then on Mondays, I will have a shorter session, only 1 hour. And remember, these are all in Indian Standard Time. So everybody around the planet, please plan accordingly. And so we have 2 full sessions with you, sir, on Thursdays, and then 1 session with me. In the session with me, we will look at the calculations and also bring in some of the teachings of our Nad Yoga, of the Parampara, related to the numbers. Okay, so some of the work with the chakras and the relationship between the chakras and the numbers, and the Dharabija mantras, and other teachings that are, again, coming from our lineage of the Bhrigu Rishis. And then, sir, so then as a concluding point, let's say, because of course, many will have questions, but you all can ask your questions to me when it comes to practicalities and administrative questions. But in order to invite, right, the vast majority of people who will want to come, how is this possibly an investment in their life? And the question I want to ask you about this is, will the study of numbers and yantra help us clarify our dharma? Because we know that there's a big question about what is the dharma. Most people associate dharma with doing. It is my dharma to be a teacher. It is my dharma to do this. It's the concept of destiny, and in the West especially, it's confusing. But dharma is a quality of being, right, more than doing before. So is there a connection between dharma and the numbers of the yantra?
Absolutely. In the yantra, one of the major takeaways that every student gets is to know the dharma marga, or what is the life path or the life lesson they are to learn in this lifetime. Now, when you know what is your lesson, you can start to learn it better. And so I think rather than, fulfilling ourselves by trial and error, we start to fulfill our purpose, which is dharma, in a more logical, systematic, mindful, conscious way. And this is where yantra definitely is part of yoga, because yoga is conscious evolution. So here we are actually having a tool that enables us to understand our life and live it as we are meant to be. So one of the highest dharmas is Manushya Dharma, the dharma of being human. You are born human, so please be human. That is what yantra teaches us.
So, of course, 30 sessions are probably not enough to learn this lesson, but at least we can begin. So, thank you so much, sir, for sharing these teachings. We would also like to announce that there will be 2 opportunities to bring these teachings into practice. So one of them will be at the end of May in Tuscany with me. We will be looking at the correspondences of yantra in our parampara of Swami Gitananda Giri Guru Maharaj Ki, and the Renaissance arts, because the artists in the Renaissance in Italy were much, much inspired by such teachings, even though those of us who study the Renaissance well know, but a lot of people don't know. So we would like to reveal this. And then another even more deeper immersion in the arts of mantra, yantra, and tantra will be at the ashram this summer in the second part of July. So if you're interested, again, you can email me. My email is below in the description, and I will be happy to send you the dates and the details of these 2 programs. So the program in Italy, of course, is made so we can test it, so that when the Bhavanani family decides to finally join us here, we will be teaching it with you, sir, hopefully. So any other closing word of wisdom from you, sir?
I think this is a wonderful opportunity, because many people out there say they want to study with me, they want to know themselves better, they want to know this tradition better. Well, here's an opportunity. Grab it with both hands and be there, because if you are there, you are going to learn. If you are there, by teaching, we are going to learn, and we'll always have a great time with a lot of fun and loads of laughter for sure. So welcoming everyone to this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Om Tat Sat. And thank you so much, Sangeeta, for making this happen.
Thank you, sir. With your blessings only. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.